We are gathered today to lift up two very special people in our community, Vivian and Charles, who have received an award at the Becker County Fair. And they have banners on now that are telling of their title, Becker County Outstanding Senior Citizen. And Karen Linnaeus, who is the Becker County Coordinator on Aging, is kind of the spearhead one who gathers information about all the many caregivers we have in our community. And there's a couple that always bubble to the top. And this is the year for Charles and for Vivian. And since Vivian lives here on the Ecumen campus at Lamplighter, and Charles has been a volunteer at Emmanuel for a long time, many years, good connection, we thought we better interview them and see what this volunteering and what their life is all about. Such a great write-up in the paper. Vivian, we'll start with you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I can't say no. When somebody asks me to do something or help them, I'm right there. Yeah. And we didn't sponsor her. First Lutheran in Audubon brought a Vietnamese family.
Yes.
Mother with 3 daughters, and one of the girls was an American citizen. So they for 5 years we took them under our wing and helped them to get acclimated to the
Well,
U.S.
coming from Vietnam to Minnesota, there would be a lot of acclimating to do.
Oh, was it ever. Come winter time, I think she thought she was going to freeze to death.
Well, I think we all do.
And I got to tell you this story. I gave her, Ronald's mother had a white mink fur coat, and I gave it to Camelot to wear because it was nice and warm. And she looked at it and, oh, yeah, well, I wasn't there when she did this. She put it in the washing machine to wash it.
Oh!
And all the fur come off. Goodbye, coat. Yeah. I just about died.
Well, I bet you have many stories you could share. But it was a very successful transition for them, and they're doing really well now in the United States.
That they are.
And it was an experience, a forever experience for you, wasn't it?
Amen.
Amen.
And they're lifelong friends.
Lifelong friends. I know some of the other, I read all about you in the paper, and it also said that you are connected to First Lutheran in Audubon and also to Holy Rosary.
Right.
And of course, my first thought was, wow, that's changed over the years. When I was growing up, Catholics and Lutherans didn't. There was like this big dividing line in the middle. The wall.
Yeah.
It's come down, hasn't it?
You betcha. Thank goodness.
That's what I say,
And
too.
there's not that much difference, really.
When you get right down to it.
When you get right down to it, right.
So I was so pleased to know that you are ecumenical in that way, and that you're also, your daughters say you're a really good cook.
Good. Thank you very much.
And you have your own cookbook.
Yeah, I do.
You put a cookbook. I'm going to lift it up here to show you. She put together, I'm sure at your family's request, start saving some of these recipes, Mom. So she's got an amazing little cookbook here. And let me just, I'm going to read you the title of it because I think it's so cute. She says, "All this and beer-battered chicken too." That must be requested by your family a bit, huh?
Right, because that was my mother's. She had a restaurant, a big restaurant.
Okay.
And it was that beer batter chicken served in a basket full of chicken, $2.
No.
So that was way back. Yeah.
That was way back, but how wonderful.
That's where the beer bat and her chicken she always dipped it. She'd use a mix, like a powdered mix, and then she'd pour beer in it to thin it down so she could dip her chicken in there.
Well, thank you again for being with us this morning, and we're going to talk to Charles here for a minute. Charles. Now, I asked you about if everything in the paper was true, what they said about you.
Well, I would have liked to go through it a little more and get it more accurate, but it's good enough.
Well, thank you for all your volunteering, too, in the community.
Yes, I'm with the Senior Companion Program, and before that, we had Stephen Ministry at Trinity Lutheran. And when we had that, there were 12 of us lay
Boy,
ministers.
just like the disciples.
Yes, and senior companions. At one time we had 12 also.
Oh.
But now we're down to 4, and we could stand strengthening our numbers.
We're doing a little recruiting here. Sounds
Yes.
good.
Our program manager comes to help with our monthly meetings, and if we have fewer than this, I'm just afraid she might not continue coming.
Wow. So you can be a spokesperson and tell people what it's all about. So if they're
Yes,
interested.
yes.
Now, are we talking about the Stevens ministry, or are we talking about the companion?
The companion, but they are so similar.
Oh, okay,
You know, we're
okay. But senior companions here, and your head person in Detroit Lakes is
Bonnie Mose.
Bonnie Mose, and she's over at Union Central.
Yes.
So that is a good program. If you want to know more about that, we're happy to tell you about it. Charles can tell you about it firsthand, because you've been in it for since the beginning, or not since the beginning?
I think since the beginning in 1994, yes.
Wow, so you're a charter member.
Yes. And before that, I did something so similar. I enabled my parents to live in their home. My father died at the house he built
Wow.
at age 97, and I had moved in with them, rented out my own house, and I feel proud of being able to do that.
Well, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Well, and I think the senior citizens, this award that is given out, it is for the caring that you as caregivers give. And how wonderful is that you can share that with so many people. Do you have like one special story that keeps you you say you have a hard time saying no.
Yes.
Do you get something from all this caregiving? What do you get from it?
Oh, you get so much more than what you give. Yeah, yeah. The satisfaction. You get the satisfaction of having helped someone, see? Mm-hmm. And that's what we're put on this earth for, to help.
That's right. We're supposed to be community. We're built for fellowship and for one another.
Amen.
Amen.
You
hey,
said it.
we had a sermon here right now. How about you, Charles? What do you get from being a volunteer and for being out there in the community?
Oh, the same thing, the satisfaction of helping other people, and yes, that's exactly it.
It's a wonderful thing. It's something you can't really put in a box, but it's something that you hold in your heart. So today we're with Vivian and we're with Charles, who are the Becker County Outstanding Senior Citizens of 2012. You can read about them in the paper, and if you're interested in volunteering, here is 2 very good people to talk to about what is there in the community and why would I want to even consider it. So thank you for being with us today. We appreciate you. Everyone here at Emmanuel and Lamplighter and the Madison say, go for it. Keep going for it. And we wish you a great day.